my friends? Welcome to Freedom Seeds Friday. This is just a Second Amendment roundup throughout the week, throughout the month. Some crazy stuff that I have seen in the news, and I want to let you guys know if you don't know already. We're going to talk about some stuff like New Jersey politicians wanting to ban guns. That's real original. And our big story of the week, if you don't know what bathroom to use, you might not be able to defend yourself with a firearm anymore. So guys, let's get into it. Hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps me out. Comment down below if you like these Freedom Seeds Friday show that I just started. Uncut, not because I'm lazy and I don't want to edit, but because I'm trying to be more real than I am in my other videos. Hit that like and subscribe button, guys, and let me know what you think. But okay, so I have to say, I am a Second Amendment absolutist. I believe that no matter what, no American should be denied their right to own a firearm. I believe that the more freedom-loving patriots, the more Americans that own firearms, the more polite society will be. And that is because I want to believe that the majority of Americans are pretty much law-abiding citizens that want to have a safe country that they live in, right? Who doesn't want to live in a safe country? So the more people that own firearms will keep the bad people from doing bad things. And if everyone were to carry a firearm, that would keep more bad people polite and not commit crimes. And that's what I think. So that's probably not very popular because I don't believe you should be able to tell pretty much any American that they cannot have a gun. But yeah, so guys, let's get started. Our first story here is, but before we dive in, if you are a Second Amendment absolutist like me, hit that thumbs up, let me know, comment down below. Do you believe that as well? Let me know. But our first story here is about Mikie Sherrill. Mikie Sherrill is the candidate running against Jack Ciattarelli for governor of New Jersey. And surprise, surprise, she doesn't like assault weapons. Right? She is doubling down. She said, I won't stop until assault weapons are banned in New Jersey. First of all, Mrs. Sherrill, Mrs. Mikie, what is an assault weapon? Do you have a definition you could give us? Is it just anything you assault someone with? Because that's what it sounds like. If you assault someone with something, now that is an assault weapon. So if you use a bat, that is now an assault bat. If I use a chair, that is now an assault chair. So what do you mean by assault weapon? Are you just saying assault weapons so you could eventually try and confiscate firearms? Yes, that's what they're doing. But it is funny how they just keep saying this, assault weapons. But really, it's, obviously they're just trying to find ways to slowly suffocate your Second Amendment. New Jersey already has extreme gun laws, as we know, and she's probably only going to make it worse. She's promising even more restrictions while ignoring the crime in Newark, Camden, and Trenton. I don't know if you've driven through Newark lately, but it's another world over there. And she wants common sense gun reform, right? What does that mean? It's not common sense. What she means is it's eventual confiscation. But yeah, do you think banning assault weapons will make New Jersey safer? Do you think so? Because they don't even give us a definition of what an assault weapon is. So, or is it just leave us law-abiding citizens disarmed? That's pretty much what it does. But what do you think? Will it make it safer if we finally ban assault weapons? No, of course not. I'm sure anybody watching this probably doesn't think so either. Next thing, Canada is still a bad place to live. Surprise, surprise. A police chief in Canada, Calgary police chief, told media homeowners should comply with home invaders and let them take what they want. Check it out.
But as it stands, we know the best defense for most people is to comply, as you've just heard, a number of safety recommendations.
Yeah, so he thinks that you should pretty much just leave your door unlocked. And why not leave it open? Just leave it open. Maybe even put a sign that says like an inventory of what's in the house, and then each criminal can come at the door. He can check the inventory, see what he wants in your house, and then he can go in and get it. And then that makes it easier for them. It makes them even easier. Thank God we don't live in Canada, right? Just when you think you live in America's not free, in some ways maybe, but this guy is saying to let them do what they want. Let them come in your house. Let them take what they want. If you're in Canada, where's my Canadians? I don't know what do they say in Canada? They have an accent in Canada, yeah, right? Canada, something like that. If you live in Canada and you're listening to this, which you're probably not, but if you are, defend yourself against home invaders. I don't care what that guy says. If your family's life and your life is in danger and there's no way of escape, defend yourself against home invaders. Now, the one thing he says that your stuff is not worth your life, that I agree with. Your stuff is not worth your life. If you don't have to shoot somebody, then don't. If you don't, if there's a possible way that you don't, because it's going to change your life forever. And in Canada, you're definitely going to jail. So yeah, just that's one thing you want to keep in mind as well. Canada has a comply culture, whereas America has more of a self-defense culture, right? That's why America is, we have twice as many guns in America as we do people, probably even more than that now. But yeah, I've always heard that twice as many guns, and you look it up and you're like, wow, Americans own that many guns. But yeah, this is the difference between subjects and citizens in Canada. You're told to bow down, and in America, you're supposed to stand up. So that's why Canada is really a interesting place to live. But if someone broke into your house and you're in Canada, if you're in Canada and someone breaks into your house, are you going to comply? Are you? I don't know. But if you're in America and someone breaks into your house, are you going to comply? Are you going to listen to this guy? Give me a thumbs up if you're not going to listen to this guy, because I don't think you will. I don't think most Americans would listen to what this guy says. This soy boy beta of a police chief. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so the next thing, this is the interesting one, and when I first heard it, I'm like, really? But yeah, it seems like this is a thing that's happening now. New Jersey black gun owners denied permits.
No! Hell no! 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 I refuse. No! No!
New Jersey Rifle Pistol Club lawsuit says black applicants are denied the concealed carry at nearly double the rate of white applicants in Essex and Hudson counties. Wow. Okay. This is interesting. Politicians claim to care about minorities, but they're disarming the very communities that face the highest crime. Isn't that interesting that Chicago, Philly, Baltimore, New York City, Manhattan, and all these areas that have a high population of black Americans. When I say black Americans, I'm just talking about how they label people. You're an American, right? The whole identifying us by color, black and white, that was obviously to divide us because they're polar opposites, right? Black and white. And you could be white and be from a bunch of different countries, and you can be black and be from a bunch of different countries, or not be from, but your ethnicity, like where you come from, right? Your ethnicity could be from a bunch of different countries. So that whole labeling us was just to divide us. Don't get into it. If you're an American, you're an American, and you should have your Second Amendment just like everybody else. It does not matter. Every American should not be denied their right to carry a firearm. But it's almost as if the politicians in those cities are denying these, are making the strictest gun laws in those cities so that the crime can just keep happening, and that innocent black Americans can get are subject to these gangbangers and people shooting each other and these drug dealers, when it should be easier for them to carry a gun so that they could defend themselves against these criminals in their areas, right? But instead, the mayors of these cities are making it even harder for the black Americans in these areas to get firearms. And do you think the gangbangers are doing it legally? Of course not. Do you think they're going out and getting their concealed carry permit? Yeah, sure, right. Yeah, that's happening. No, it's not. But yeah, this is pretty crazy. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. If you're out there and this has happened to you, and let me know if you're in New Jersey and this has happened to you, or anywhere in America and this has happened to you, and you think it's because of your race that you've been denied your concealed carry permit, please comment down below. Let me know. This is the first I heard of it this week, and it's pretty crazy. But yeah. Okay, next thing. Anaheim jewelry store robbery attempt. I don't know if you've seen this video, but on August 29th, 20 masked suspects rushed the Anaheim jewelry store, and the owner steps up with a pistol to defend himself in his store. Check this video out. It's pretty cool.
Robbery attempt in Anaheim, caught on camera. At least 20 people in broad daylight trying to bust into a jewelry store. But this time, the owner stopped the heist in just seconds.
Yeah, so he, a guy just by himself, one handgun and 20 dudes with masks on running in. Who knows if they were armed or not? Probably not. Or even if they were, they just didn't feel like getting holes put in them that day. But yeah, that one guy was brave enough to just stand up against these guys trying to rob the store. They scatter like cockroaches. And yeah, he didn't have to shoot anyone, which is obviously the best case scenario. You don't want to have to deal with that if you don't have to. Sometimes just the presence of a firearm is enough. And they scattered. And it just shows that the firearm is the great equalizer, which is what I always say, that if you're an 80-year-old man or you're a 100-pound woman and you have people trying to rob you and they see a firearm, they're probably going to run. And that's why if you don't have a firearm, you should get one. It is the great equalizer and the best way to defend your life and your family's life. But yeah, it's a pretty cool video that he just walks up there and they all run away. No shots fired, no one was hurt. And just the presence of a firearm ended that mob robbery, which is insane how they do these mob robberies. They just smash and grab like 20, 30 dudes and they just grab whatever they want and run out. But would you have the guts to do what that guy did? Let me know. Comment down below. Would you have gone after these 20 dudes with one pistol? That's another reason why you need more than 10 rounds in New Jersey. You got 20 dudes coming at you. Who knows? They might have firearms as well. And you got 10 rounds in a magazine. Yeah, and you might not hit with even if you had enough ammo and you were good enough to hit each guy with one round, you still were, 10 short. So you really always need more than 10 rounds. And this is obvious, and obviously places like New Jersey don't really care because they just want to restrict your gun laws as much as possible. And the other thing here that is a little bit of a head scratcher, this one was interesting. The DOJ considering transgender gun ban. Yeah, I said that. So the DOJ leak suggests exploring if gender dysphoria should disqualify people from gun ownership under federal law. And let me just say, like I said in the beginning, I'm a Second Amendment absolutist. I don't believe that any American should be denied their Second Amendment. I don't believe they should be denied their right to a firearm to defend their life or defend themselves against a tyrannical government. It's hard to say, but yeah, I don't think that, because you can't tell what someone's going to do in the future. Unless someone's making terroristic threats that they're going to go murder somebody or doing things like that are leading you to believe they're going to go murder somebody, it's hard to say, well, this person's probably going to do this, so we have to take away their firearms. You can't get into that. Let the government get that power. Well, this person's probably going to do this, so we're going to have to take away their firearm. That just leads you down a bad path. But I understand where they're going with this, that, they think that it is mental illness and that, mentally ill people could be a danger to society if they're harming themselves, if they want to harm themselves or other people. But this is where it gets into the mental illness category, where it's like, do they have a mental illness? Kind of like any mental illness. So a guy comes back from war, he's got PTSD like a lot of them do. Are you now going to consider that a mental illness and he can't defend himself with a firearm? Yeah, that's hard to tell a veteran who went to war that he cannot have a firearm now, even if you believe he could possibly one day hurt himself, because they have a very high rate of suicide. It's a very hard thing to go and tell a veteran, and I am not with that. I'm like, no, let him, he's going to have a firearm. So yeah, but I do think that this is a win-win for the gun community, because, yeah, if you, right? So they have to describe now, Democrats would have to describe now why trans people need firearms, right? And then it's like, well, doesn't everybody need those firearms for those same reasons? So like, ban trans people from guns and admit the Second Amendment protects against oppression and oppression from a tyrannical government, right? So, that's interesting, right? Because doesn't every American need that? And if they defend the trans gun rights, then they have to admit that the Second Amendment is universal and applies to everyone. So it's kind of a win-win. either way, the truth about the Second Amendment, either way, the truth about the Second Amendment gets louder and louder, and they're even, if they say that out loud, they're probably gonna throw up a little bit and be like, yes, people need firearms, because they can't even say it. But yeah, I don't know. It's a win-win for the gun community either way, so I think it's pretty crazy, but I also think it's just a troll. I think they're just trolling this administration. Obviously, Donald Trump is like the king of trolls, which sometimes I really don't like, because I think I'm the type of guy, I don't like to troll. I want to be respectful, but also, I also think that maybe it's like a 3D chess type of thing, right? It's not just a troll. It's like a 3D chess type of thing where he's trying to make it so they have to defend it, right? But yeah, the Second Amendment isn't about what you like or agree with. It's about freedom. Freedom for every American, regardless of their race, regardless of their gender, regardless if they don't know what bathroom to use. But yeah, let me know what you think. Do you think the DOJ is just trolling Democrats? Let me know down below. And if you're still here watching this, thank you. And we've got I'm doing a keyword today. Let me know if you got here. And the keyword is trans gun ban. Okay, trans gun ban. Say that 5 times. Say trans. I can't even do it. Trans gun ban. Trans gun ban. But yeah, so the keyword today is trans gun ban. Let me know what you guys think about it. And guys, thanks for watching Freedom Seeds Friday. And I hope you have a good rest of your day. And hope you come back for some more. Like and subscribe, guys. Thanks a lot.